The double clap? Like that. I love that that's a Dua Lipa clap.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.
Dua Lipa, and here she is. There you go.
Hey!
Love it. Okay, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
New York City traffic sucks, doesn't
it's
it?
been bananas. But I'm here.
You're here.
And I
know
made
it's all
it
better.
just in the nick of time.
We were saying it to Dua, and if you come to New York, you know what we're talking about. If you're running early, then you're like, why did we leave the hotel so early?
Yeah.
If you're running late, it's like, why didn't we leave earlier? There is no happy medium. Welcome to hell. We call it home.
I'm very happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
You know, it's very interesting because when your first album came out, what year was that?
2017. Yeah.
Okay. And that's when you're getting that motion going, right? Second album, pandemic, right?
Yes.
But we still loved it.
Thank you.
The third album, this is like, okay, there's no excuses. There's no way you can't hide.
No, not at all.
And it sounds so awesome. How proud are you of your album?
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really proud. And also it's like a new experience, you know, doing, I don't know, the promotion side of things in a completely different way. It's like, oh, I can actually go out there and see the fans and hang out and do shows and things that I didn't have the opportunity to do with the last record until 2 years after it was released.
Right.
So this is like, it's new stomping ground. I love it. I'm really happy.
It is stomping. It's boots on the ground, man. You're running. I mean, is it to the point now you're like, whoa, is this what this is like forevermore? I mean, it's a lot of work.
It's a lot, but it's fun. It feels like such a release now as we're getting closer and closer to the album coming out. It just feels surreal, you know?
When you originally
coming.
started writing, didn't you go into CVS and buy like a notebook and then write
Yeah.
all your songs in it because you loved CVS or something? I heard a story.
Well, yes, I definitely love CVS. I feel like I go... I end up going to CVS and just buying a lot of random stuff I don't need. I think that's really what happens with most of my CVS hauls. But I really needed a notebook. Like, I just needed somewhere to write down my ideas. I didn't realize how important that notebook would end up becoming. I was like, I'm going into the studio, I need a notebook. And it ended up becoming this like relic almost with all my words and my lyrics and stories and stuff for everything that I've written for this album. So
Lock it up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so, you know, every artist we have, and we love asking about the writing process. So yours is a CVS notebook. A lot of people use voice notes on the phone.
Yeah, I do voice notes too, but I think I wanted to get off my phone as much as possible because I spend so much time on it that I was like, I just want to put pen to paper and kind of see the words. And it was just a new, I don't know, experience. And I loved having something, you know, to hold and to read and to see. It really felt like a diary that
And it won't disappear if
that
you
I
drop it in the
have.
toilet.
Definitely not.
Like a phone.
Now I have it like I have it, you know, photocopied and saved.
Very
and,
good.
You know, scanned and so nothing will happen to it. I want to
You've been
keep it
very busy,
forever.
Dua. So the Grammy performance, which was unbelievable.
Thank you.
Have you been to TikTok? Have you seen all of
The dancers?
Everyone's learning your dance because that dance was fierce. You have to agree.
Thank you.
In heels, no less.
Thank you. In heels. You got to. You got to give it some like sass or something. And I feel like in heels I just move better.
Right.
But I think it was really one of my dancers as he had took my mic and he goes, "Let's go." That was like the hype, excitement part that everyone kind of latched onto. And then they were like, all right, let's recreate the dance routine. But it was just so much fun. We had such a blast putting that together.
Wow.
Did you ever see Kinky Boots, the musical?
I haven't
You've seen the
seen it.
Kinky Boots, haven't you? The tall red boots with the high, fierce heel.
Maybe.
Oh, pull up a picture. I'll show you. So at night, I go home. I close the blinds. I put on my Kinky Boots. I'm almost halfway done learning your dance.
How's
and when
it?
it's done,
Did you do a video?
No. I'm not, it's not
Come on
time.
Come on.
It's not time.
It's not
Come
time.
on,
would not
Elvis.
have been on the-
Oh, Kinky Boots.
He actually
Nah.
has them.
Okay,
have
I gotta see it.
Not yet.
I gotta see it.
You didn't go on that Grammy stage until you were ready. I will not show you my kinky, my Grammy dance. So you were with Seth Meyers and you got a tattoo.
Yes.
Were you really day drinking with Seth Meyers?
Not only was I day drinking, I got blackout.
Okay, good. What was your cocktail of choice? I forgot.
Well, unfortunately, it was like an involuntary cocktail of rum, vodka, gin, tequila.
Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
No.
And all of the above.
Bull.
It was a blast. We had the best time, but I should have paced myself.
Well, you
and
didn't.
I was like, I can handle this. I can drink. And it kind of backfired.
It
on
looked
me.
like a fun day, but you
It
ended
was
up
really
getting
fun.
a tattoo.
Yeah.
We did end
Is
up
this your
getting a
first tattoo?
No.
Okay.
It's my 20th.
Okay. so we're
Whoa.
counting. All right.
Nice.
I've got a couple, but they're all quite small, so I have lots on my hands and
Oh, well,
on my
look,
arms.
I wasn't looking. I'm almost 60 years old. I still don't have my first tattoo because I can't make up my mind.
But don't do it.
I want to do it. I want to do it.
Don't do it. It's cooler without.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, no
Wait,
one
wait,
happened.
you have 20-something tattoos.
I have
You're telling
20-something
it's
tattoos.
cooler without.
Yeah, because now I've like started, so I might as well carry on. But if you don't have any, it's almost like more rare not to have any. So just, I wouldn't even start.
I just want one. I'm
Okay,
gonna
what-
get one.
what do
I'm
you
gonna put it
wanna
like
get?
on my boobs, so as my boobs start to fall toward the ground.
Kinky boobs.
Absolutely, exactly. Why not?
Yes.
Let's get to the
Nice.
music. So here you are. If you're in the business or if you're not, just understand this is the promotion time where we have this album, we have this music we want to share with the world. So we're going to travel to every corner of the earth to make sure everyone understands this album. What is the album? Talk about Radical Optimism. What is it? I know that's a stupid kind of broad-based question, but
Well, radical optimism to me is a term that was introduced through a friend of mine, and it basically resonated with me through the whole time I was writing the record, which is about resilience. It's about rolling with the punches. It's about when things don't go your way, of keeping like an optimistic mindset. It's thinking about when something goes wrong, how you feel like a week later, a month later, and you look at things in hindsight or with perspective and you go, oh, like I can't believe I was that worried about this thing, you know, it's over, it's done, you know? And I think with that in mind, that kind of helps to have a more positive and optimistic approach, that when things are bad, they're not going to be bad for forever. And having that kind of ideology in your mind makes all the bad things okay, because you know that you just have to get through them. That's how you learn, that's how you grow. It's outside your comfort zone where you progress. And that's kind of the radical optimism that I feel like we all need in life to just keep it moving.
you have an advantage, and musicians who put albums out have an advantage over the rest of us who don't, and that is being able to chronicle where you were in life. For instance, you were not the same Dua Lipa as you were when you did your first album.
No,
You're not
absolutely
even
not.
the same Dua Lipa you were when you did Radical Optimism. You have changed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even when I started
Always
this
moving.
record, I've grown so much.
So you can look at your body of work and go, that's where I was then. And I'm not really
Definitely.
there anymore. I'm a different woman now.
Yeah, for sure. And I think I look at it fondly because it's like a time capsule of a point in my life where I was. And it's nice to look back at it and be like, oh, I've grown so much from that point to where I am now. And I guess that's the fun of it.
I read that not only are you having fun with this tour, because now or these promotional tours that you're doing now and
Yeah.
going out and talking to people, but that you also have a book club.
I do.
And I find this fascinating. Do you actually read the books or do you listen to Audible?
No, I read the
You
books.
read them?
Yeah, I think maybe it's again the thing like the Notebook. Like I love to have the physical copy, and it's just so
You
fun.
and
I love when
Danielle,
I love when a book's like really like
You
worn.
have no idea. You are touching like such a special part of my life.
Yeah?
Because I have read, what was I telling you today? 14 books since January
Oh,
already.
wow,
Yeah.
amazing.
And I have to have the physical copy
Yeah.
as well. I listen to Audible too, but because I like to pass them on like they're my babies to people.
Yeah, and you give them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
get
I
past your
love it.
babies
I
on
would,
to people?
Yeah, I would like
Yeah,
you
yeah,
to
yeah.
experience this. Here you go.
Yeah, I love this so much. Yeah. I
It's
feel
so special.
Yeah, definitely.
And I would imagine that reading so much also helps you in the writing process.
1000%. I think it just expands your vocabulary and also just like your train of thought, your perspective. You understand emotions in a completely different way. Even things that you haven't been through, you kind of see it from someone else's eyes, and it's moving.
Do you gravitate toward autobiographies or literature or trashy novels?
And no, I love fiction.
Okay.
Mainly. Something that I read recently that I loved so much was Lincoln in the Bardo by George Saunders. And it's just so quirky and interesting, and the way that it's written is just beautiful. It takes a second to kind of get into the voice of it, but I think you'd like it if you
Oh, yeah.
just love to read a
I
lot.
love it,
you
yeah.
should give it a go. It's the kind
Thanks.
of book that you should sit through and read it in 2 sittings. but it's I love fiction because I love to dive into a different world.
And when you said the title, a lot of people listening going, "Oh my God, Dua Lipa read the same book."
Yeah, right.
The Dua Lipa clap, the double clap.
The double clap, like the. I love that that's a Dua Lipa clap.
Well, no, it is. But I said there could be a problem if you're doing a big concert in a sold-out arena. And rather than standing up and applauding at the end of a song, they just stand up and go, and then
then that's it.
That'd be amazing.
That would be
I'm just like, I get it, but I don't get it.
I need more.
I'm in. Are you having fun?
I'm having the most fun.
What's the most fun about this? I know that may be a stupid question, but any answer will work.
I think it's just exciting. Every new experience is so fun. And since I've been able to like talk about the album title and like start releasing titles of the songs and stuff, it's just been so freeing because I can really explain what everything's been about. I think in the beginning when I'm just releasing singles and trying to keep everything secret, that's so hard to talk in code. So now I'm like,
Now it's
here
out.
it is. It's coming.
A lot of texts are coming through. Dua presents the best shows. Most of the artists these days just sing and run across the stage. You, dancers, choreography, everything, amazing. Love
Thank
Dua.
you.
I just watched Argyle. You can do it all. How much fun was Argyle?
Oh,
today?
it was so much fun. So much fun. I loved being on set. It was, again, an experience I didn't know what to expect from. And everyone was lovely. I worked a lot with Henry Cavill and John Cena on my parts. And they were so lovely and generous with their time and just like patient with me while I just kind of figured it out on the job. And it was really fun.
It was like reading a great book. Obviously, Argyle. It was just so beautifully done. I'm just blown away at the imagination and the creativity that people have. Because you start watching Argyle. I'm not going to give anything away if you haven't seen it. You start watching it, and they're like, "Whoa, where are we going?"
It's a whirlwind. It's such a ride, and I guess that's like the Matthew Vaughn mind. Yeah, there's just like lots of ideas, and it's very much his thing. It's so cool.
Now, you do take time to read books. Do you watch film?
I do watch film, yeah, but I prefer to read, I guess.
Oh
but...
gosh, I love her more and more.
Oh, exactly.
She says these things.
But, well, the Gentleman.
Oh yes.
Oh God.
I've seen the film, but I haven't seen the series.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's really good.
Guy Ritchie.
I
love
love
Guy
the movie,
Ritchie.
but Guy Ritchie, yeah.
Incredible.
It was so good.
Is there a book that you've read that you just think, oh my God, when and if this becomes a film, I got to be part of it?
Ooh.
Let's make it happen right now. Speak it into existence.
I don't know about like being in it. I would love to like maybe be in the behind the scenes. I'm a really big fan of the author Douglas Stewart, and he wrote this incredible book called Shuggy Bane, and I kind of know that one's in the works. But I'd love to like
Maybe make music for it.
get involved
Yeah.
somehow, for sure.
Do you love being a redhead, and how much dye do you see in the shower?
I love being a redhead.
Yes.
The maintenance is a nightmare. It does look like I've murdered someone every time I get into the shower. Usually on the first wash, and then it kind of calms down.
Yeah.
But I love it. I don't know. I have a lot of fun being a redhead.
Nice.
How often do you have to keep up with it?
I have to dye it every like week and a half to just kind of give it a color
looks awesome.
refresh.
Yeah, it looks so good.
The payoff is very strong.
It's fun. It's fun.
I'm going to go back to something you were talking about a second ago about how life is basically paraphrasing. Life is just full of adventures, trying new things, doing exciting things on your promotional tour, this and that. I'm thinking of someone in their car in traffic going to work right now, going, "Gosh, how can I apply a life like that to me?" Let's say you don't have choreographers and you don't have Grammy performances. You don't have a life full of studio recording sessions and writing sessions, but you have a life where you whatever your life is. There's got to be a way that any of us can have the Dua Lipa life where we are experiencing new things. How do you like scratch the surface with like diving into things that are almost frightening because they're so new and different?
I think it's easy. I think it really just starts like you just have to start by saying yes, I think whether it's trying a new restaurant and eating something that you probably wouldn't do before, like that already is like diving into the deep end in something maybe that you wouldn't have thought you would have done before. I think you can find different things, exploring a new part of town, a new bookstore, a new film, a new, like, there's so many different ways to kind of include that discovery into your life, you know? It's
scary though. I mean, to show up on set at Argyle, were you a little nervous? I mean, or you just...
Definitely. Absolutely. But I get nervous for even like my everyday job that I think I'm good at, you know? I'm like, I get so nervous because I want to be really good at it, and I want to like be precise or like deliberate with my actions, or, you know, make sure that I give 110% to what I'm doing. So when I'm going into something where really I'm on like shaky ground, on my feet are dangling off the edge, as I like to kind of call it, where it scares me, where I'm out of my comfort zone, then of course I'm much more nervous, but I'm willing and ready to just kind of learn.
So anyone in life can do this.
Of course.
And that's the magic thing.
Of course.
And I always say, and they get tired of me saying the same thing over and over, but there is such a thin line between fright and excitement, right? Yeah. And it's good to have that courage to go, okay, you know, I'm going to do a pottery class. I'm going to try to make a vase. It's going to look like a misshapen penis, but I'm going to try.
No, but it's true, because you have to, like, for me, for example, like, I know I can't draw, I can't paint, that's like, it's stick people at the very best.
Me too.
But I would like throw myself into the experience and just be like, all right, this is going to look terrible, but it's you just got to do it, you know, just jump into it.
Courage.
It's like, so the pottery thing is a perfect example. I haven't done that yet. I'm too scared, and I should.
It's a lot of misshapen penises.
Happens.
Just warning you for a friend. Thank you for coming in here today.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, Radical Optimism. It's more than just a bunch of music on an album. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of taking chances. It's the feel and texture of different sounds with different collaborations. I mean, there's so much more that goes into these things than we know, that we were aware of. And that's why it's important on this tour that you remind everyone of what goes into this album. It's so cool. A lot did.
Yeah, thank
All right.
you.
Dua Lipa.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Dua. Have a great day.
The Mercedes-Benz Interview Lounge.